Silos and miscommunication are frustrating your team and it keeps them spinning their wheels. What if your next team retreat, you could actually fix this? My name is Milka. I am the founder of Simetras. Today, I'm going to be speaking to you about two practices, two team building activities that you can do at your next retreat or team offsite. The first activity is a cross-functional icebreaker. Now, this is a great activity for teams where you need to break down their silos and you need to get them communicating in a much more effective way. You probably are wondering, what is a silo? Well, silos are basically when teams are operating in a way that there is poor communication, they have competing priorities, and they're just not communicating very well with each other. And so what this often does is it's reinforced by routine, and mundane tasks tend to breed more silo because the routines just feed off of them. And so retreats are a great opportunity to break down these silos. So if silos are a problem for your organization because the communication is just ineffective and different teams are doing their own thing, then consider retreat a great place to tackle a silo. So at your next retreat, I would like for you to bring two teams together where silos are a big problem for them. And then try this activity. Have team members share one thing that they know that their department does that other departments may misunderstand. What this will do is that it will have, let's say, your sales team will now better understand why your marketing or engineering team needs more lead time. So what this does, it creates greater understanding and also breeds more empathy so others can blame each other less for why something doesn't work a particular way. And they can take these things into consideration in their planning as they continue to do their work. The next and second activity is a role play simulation. Poor communication isn't about people willfully misunderstanding each other. It's often about untested assumptions. Sometimes people don't know what is expected of them. And so this creates a gap in the communication. A framework that I've used with many teams that have been very helpful to them is called the 3Ds of communication. Now, the 3Ds are debate, discussion, and dialogue. Let's go over each one so we can understand the distinction between the three. A debate is when you're looking for winners and losers. You're coming in with facts, you're coming in with logic, and you're coming to win. So you're not very open to new ideas. Versus a discussion. A discussion is when you're coming in and you are sharing ideas, there's back and forth, you're talking together, and there's no specific goal in mind other than ideas are being shared. And of course, my favorite, the last one, is dialogue. Dialogue is when you are coming in curious, you're looking for shared meaning, you're looking for greater understanding, and there isn't a specific goal other than to learn and perhaps to come up with a new solution and a new way of thinking of something. Now, this framework and the 3Ds allows you and your team to be very clear on what type of communication you're having so that team members have clarity on the expectation of the communication as it is happening. So people then know if I'm coming into a debate and a decision hasn't been made and I want to make sure that my idea has a fair shot, they're coming in with their data, they're coming in with their fact sheets, and they're coming in to make their case. Then they should know that. If it's just a discussion and there isn't a clear outcome, but we're just throwing out this idea and we want to hear different thoughts, people should know that as well. And lastly, if it's just a dialogue and it's just a general conversation where you're looking to build off of each other's ideas and it create new opportunities, new ways of considering something, then they should know that as well. This is a wonderful framework to use when you want to have clarity around the type of communication that your team is having. The reason why these activities are effective is because they force team members to actually listen to each other and to make the distinction between hearing and listening. While hearing is a very passive act, listening requires much more intentionality, much more focus, processing of the information to understand the meaning and oftentimes the context in which a person is talking to you. An example that might provide more clarity around this is that you hear a colleague's voice during a meeting. That's a physical sound. While when you listen to an idea, you may ask clarifying questions and then build on it before you actually respond. So the key takeaway here is that hearing is something that happens by default, while listening requires much more intentionality. So it's been great to share these two activities with you. I hope you will come back and let me know if you've done any of them with your team and how they went. Retreats aren't just an opportunity to take a break. They're a great opportunity to be a launch pad for better communication and for better collaboration with your teammates.